Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie and I have for you today a little yarn haul. So some of this yarn I bought, some of it was given to me by a coworker who's moving to San Diego. There's not like a ton of it, like 15 skeins maybe in total. Sorry, my cat is like playing with the curtain, so she's probably gonna jump up soon. But anyway, let's just go ahead and we'll get started with the little haul. So first I'm going to go through the yarns that I got from my coworker, and then I'll go through the ones that I bought with my own money. So first up we have a skein of the Loops and Threads Impeccable in the color Deep Forest, which is just this really nice forest green. I don't know what I would use this for. Maybe, I think I do have some other Impeccable yarn, so maybe I might make like a hat with it. Because there's only one skein, so I can't make like anything big. So maybe a beanie, something like that with this. Then I got a couple skeins of the Lion Brand Mandala yarn. So there's Pegasus, which is so pretty. It's like this teal, and then it goes out to like the purpley, and then there's like a purple gray in here as well. And then there is Pixie, which is just like candy colored. Looks like a sweetheart. And then this one is, I think, my favorite, Wood Nymph. It's a blue, purple, pink combination. Once again, no idea what I would make with these. Maybe a baby blanket. I don't know if these would be big enough to make a baby blanket, like a corner to corner baby blanket. I might have to buy like a second skein, which would not be ideal, but it's totally possible. So yeah, those ones I have no idea, honestly, what I'm going to do with. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And then this one I'm so excited for. I have Wool and the Gang Feeling Good yarn. So this is 70% baby alpaca, 7% merino, 23% nylon, and it is the softest yarn I've ever felt. So I have 3 skeins of the Rocky Gray. I have 1 skein of Curacao Blue, which is gorgeous, and then 1 skein of Red Ochre. And I'm thinking that I'm going to turn these into a scarf because I have 3 1-in-1, so I can, let me arrange, like stripe them up like this, and I think that would work. I think this is a total of 250 grams, so I think that should be enough to make a decent sized scarf, but we'll just have to see. So those are all the yarns I got from my coworker Katie, and then I have some yarn that I bought myself with my own cash money. So I have some Hobie Friends Wheel, which is a sport weight cotton blend. It's 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. So I have this, it's showing up white or off-white on camera, but it is a super pale pink. And I bought that to be the stripes in my second Sailor Swift top. And the main color will be this like crimson red. Yeah, that's the real color right there. And I think that these will work out really nice together. And I got this because my first Sailor Swift top, which I think I've mentioned in a video before, but I will definitely mention in my my like project vlog, I'm using the silk, pure silk from Knitting for Olive, and this is a fingering weight yarn, but the original pattern is made for a sport weight yarn, so this is a sport weight yarn. So hopefully I'll actually hit gauge with this, because I didn't check my gauge for the Sailor Swift top, and I'm concerned that's going to be way too small, but hopefully this one will turn out the correct size. So I bought 3 in the crimson color and then 1 in the super pale pink color. And that should be enough yarn. These are 100 grams each, so that should be enough based on how much yarn I've used in the fingering weight. But I'm not done yet, and I should probably go back and read the pattern and confirm that that will be enough, but I might just wing it. And then will I ever learn my lesson? I don't think so. And then I have some yarn that I'm super excited about. So I signed up for the Farmer's Daughters Fiber Beanie Brigade and Sock Squad. So I signed up in April. And so I've gotten 2 deliveries so far of the Beanie Brigade and the Sock Squad yarn. So if you are also receiving the Beanie Brigade and Sock Squad and you don't want to see the yarns for April or May, click off now. It was fun having you here for my little haul, but I am going to show you the April and the May deliveries. So this is the April Sock Squad. It is like this goldeny yellow and then like a darker mustardy yellow for the mini skein, and then there is some like green going through the main skein. To be honest, yellow is not my color. I don't love it, but I did show this to my friends, and Nikki does like the color, so I will probably turn these into a pair of socks for Nikki at some point in the future. But the April Beanie Brigade is gorgeous. So it is these 2 purples. So the one is like a pure purple with some like darker violet, like some little bit of pinky going through it, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And then the other one is like a lilac with some more pink than the other purple. And the pattern for this is Tincture by Andrea Mowry. So this is the suggested pattern. And I do think that I will most likely end up making it into this pattern. But yeah, I think the purple yarn is absolutely gorgeous. And then for the May one, which has just arrived, the Sock Squad came a couple weeks ago. The Beanie Brigade showed up maybe like 2 or 3 days ago for me. I'm recording in advance because I'm currently in Las Vegas while you're watching this video. But this one is absolutely beautiful. So the Sock Squad is gorgeous. Like this pale green, and then the mini skein is a much darker olivey forest green. Absolutely beautiful. My friend Val really likes green, so I think I might make these into a pair of socks for Val at some point in the future. And sorry, I didn't unwrap this, so a little bit of noise there. The Beanie Brigade is gorgeous. Look at that. It's this dark green. The light keeps changing. Dark green with even darker green accents. And the suggested pattern is the Roku by Olga. I'm gonna ruin. By Olga. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that because I'm going to butcher it. But this is, yeah, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm definitely gonna make. I think I'm definitely gonna make this hat out of this yarn at some point in the future. It is May, so making hats is maybe not the most seasonal thing, and I'm pretty slow at making socks. So I think that I'm only going to do the Beanie Brigade and the Sock Squad for 1 year, through the rest of 2026, and then I will just like work through the yarn, because it's going to take me a hot minute to get through this much yarn, especially with how much yarn I have in my stash otherwise. But I am excited for it. I love getting new yarn, but I'm trying to put myself on a yarn buying ban because I have a lot of yarn. My last inventory, I had, I think it was like 21.5 kilos of yarn, and that was in January, and I've acquired a bit of yarn since. So I'm probably up to like 25 26 kilos of yarn at this point. So I need to stop buying yarn and start using more yarn, which I am trying to do, but I've been knitting a lot recently. Knitting is slow. Doesn't use as much yarn as crochet does. But while I'm in Vegas, I'm planning on crocheting and knitting, trying to get through some of my stash. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any ideas for those first couple of yarns, if you can think of any projects that those yarns would work up into. The mandalas are beautiful, but I just don't know what to use them for. They're a DK weight, so they wouldn't really turn into like good hats. I might be able to make them into scarves, but the stripes are so thick, they might look a little bit funky. But I'll figure something out at some point. I will add them to my inventory at some point in the future, whenever I do my next update, which I should be doing. Soon. I should be doing it regularly, but I should be doing it soon. But yeah, thank you again for watching. If you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next week with my Vegas vlog, which is going to be super exciting.